My name is Adam Taylor and I'm an illustrator. I create artwork for printed products. I try to create the artwork with the end printed product in mind. To do that I use mostly lino prints, bright colours and popular subjects. I started illustrating when I was very young. I've always wanted to draw. I enjoyed drawing when I was a kid. I took it to college. I studied as an illustrator and got a job as a graphic designer. Worked as a graphic designer for about 8 years and that's what I still do now as a day job. The illustration side of things is I find there's a lot more freedom and it's definitely a lot more interesting than commercial graphic design. The starting point in my designs are always popular culture. Because I do the artwork with printed products in mind, like t-shirts or printed bags or even just posters, I think it's got to be subjects that everyone can relate to. So I tend to stick to, if it's not current popular culture, it's culture that's over the years has made a name for itself or is instantly recognisable. And I find that simplistic approach suits printed apparel or posters, and it also goes in with the way I work with the lino print, maybe just working with 1 or 2 colours as opposed to a really detailed piece. Loads of people inspire my work. There's, like I say, comic book artists. There's a guy called Jim Steranko who was around the 80s and he just used 1 or 2 colours and he just wrote entire books based on 1 or 2 colours. Musicians, like, you can listen to a CD and the music can generate images, it can generate colours. I wouldn't say I look too much at other lino printers. It's more the approach that other artists have rather than the technique of lino printing that inspires me. It'd be good to get my printed t-shirts and obviously printed products in independent clothing stores. I think that's where they would fit in because they're slightly unconventional designs. I think they'd be good in music shops, independent clothing stores, and I think I'll put less pressure on myself to concentrate on the finished printed product. I'll do things more because they're my ideas and they'll maybe just be prints that are up to people to make their own ideas about. Next up, I've got some t-shirts with the latest designs printed on them, and I'm hoping if they sell well I can look to get into independent stores and sell my products to a bigger market.